Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, the Knight of Justice, aka the Knight, and for today's power scaling video, we're going to be going over the All-Father of Asgard, the Father of Thor, Odin Borson. And I have covered some of his feats in my power scaling videos, but this time we're going to do a power scaling video just for him and go into more of his other feats. But let's get on with it. Let's just see how powerful this Sky Father truly is. So Odin's backstory is shrouded in mystery. Some of it has been changed throughout the years, others have been reboot, but majority of it has been stayed the same. But I'll give you a summary of his backstory, then we'll get on into his power. So basically, Odin is the son of Borson, and his brothers are known as Vili, V, and Cole Borson. In the past, Odin, Vili, and V bested Ymir, the frost giant, and constructed the cosmos with his corpse. Together, the three brothers established Asgard, which became the home of the gods. After Odin's father Bor died, Cole, Odin's brother, proclaimed himself to be the All-Father and rule Asgard, but Odin, Vili, and V opposed him and faced Cole's madness, perceiving the statements of actions against the mortals, wanting them to be afraid. Odin went to Yggdrasil and stabbed his eye and sacrificed in exchange for wisdom, like how Rune King Thor did in the Ragnarok storyline, but Odin was the first to achieve this feat. Either way, he exchanged his eye for wisdom and revealed that Cole was corrupted, and that the path to fall then was revealed by the World Tree via of the prophecy. Along with his two brothers, Odin assaulted Cole's fortress for 40 days and 40 nights. Cole and his worthy remained hidden in the palace while the brothers slaughtered their main forces and eventually broke in. Facing Odin, Cole denied their brotherhood, claiming to be the serpent that will be feast upon the world. Odin recognized the prophecy of the World Tree and then defeated his brother, projecting him away. That's how we get the, Fear Itself storyline when Cole comes back to try to proclaim himself to be the true All-Father of Asgard. But his ways and his corruption and how he perceived life made his decision change, and that's why Odin revolted against him, because his actions were not pure. Later on, Vili and V joined along with Odin to journey to the realm of the fire giant Surtur, where they were very young at the time. Vili and V sacrificed themselves to allow Odin to escape the realm of Surtur, because they did battle against Surtur and they were not doing so well against him. Upon their death, Odin was granted godly power, which increased his stats dramatically, and the power of his two brothers, Vili and V, joined together to form the Odin Force, which is known now as Odin's source of power. But now that we got out the way, I'm pretty sure you get the gist of his origin story. Y'all probably know the rest. But now, let's get into how powerful Odin is. During this publication, Odin has shown several multi-galaxy and multiversal feats time and time again. So let's name off a few feats just to get an idea how powerful this Sky Father truly is. Odin in the past was able to fight against a cosmic sentient superstorm the size of a galaxy known as the God Tempest for days on end until he won this battle. When the God Tempest threatened against Asgard, Odin fought and defeated the God Tempest and sealed it away inside the chunk of Uru, then one day be forged into the mighty hammer known as Mjolnir. The hammer Thor casually swings like it's, an umbrella on a rainy day. In his battle against Infinity, which was an entity created using half of Odin's soul, in their battle, Odin fought and defeated Infinity. This battle crumbled entire galaxies, and Odin was able to undo all this damage later on. Keep in mind, Odin was weakened in this battle against his fight against Infinity, because it was made out of half of his soul. Odin is also able to one-shot and defeat Hela, the Asgardian goddess of death. Keep in mind that she rivals Mephisto when it comes to souls and pretty much everything amongst the Hell Lords. And Hela's battle against Mephisto would make the Ragnarok pale in comparison, and even cause an omniversal Armageddon. So pretty much would make their battle look Ragnarok pale in comparison like a cakewalk. Not to mention that Mephisto and Hela must rank the same, if not close, in the group known as the Hell Lords. And keep in mind that Mephisto is able to hold his own against Galactus, a decent Galactus, inside of his own realm. Just to keep that in mind. So Hela in some ways is somewhat comparable to Mephisto. Somewhat. Odin also states he can easily has the power to overthrow a universe. Quite easily. Odin is also able to manipulate all the electromagnetic particles in the universe and able to imprison Surtur. You also have feats of Odin absorbing the very essence of Surtur inside of himself. Odin also fought against Surtur with his Twilight Sword, and their battle was so great they were shaking the entire World Tree, which houses 9 realms during that time, with their own space-time continuums, and their actual universes to be, since they were stated to be. In his war against the angels, Odin was able to rip the 10th realm from the World Tree and seal it into a universe-sized prison. This realm was known as Heaven during the time, the realm of the angels. In his fight against an amped Seth, and he eventually won during this fight. In their battle, they were shaking and tearing the very fabric of the Marvel multiverse. They were shattering galaxies, and they were affecting every plane of existence in their battle. Keep in mind that Odin was weakened during this fight, and he just gained his powers back, and he still thought and reacted like a mortal. There was also a time when Surtur used the Eternal Flame and was going to burn the entire World Tree, and yet Odin had no problem containing and nullifying these flames. Keep in mind that fire spreads, and then it will soon overcome and destroy the World Tree over a short period of time. And Odin had no problem nullifying this fire like nothing. There was even a time when Odin managed to hold his own briefly against Dr. Doom, who was amped by the power of Galactus, the Cosmic Cube, the Ultimate Machine, the Scarce of Helix, and the Cosmic Control Rod. Although he was defeated, he still was able to hold his own briefly against Dr. Doom when he was amped this much. Then there's also the classic fight when Odin was able to fight against Galactus in a mind hacks battle. This time, Odin was able to mind hacks Galactus along with Galactus and mind hacks of Odin. Odin made Galactus believe he was Galen still on top, and Galactus made Odin believe he was still young with his father. And in the end, Odin was able to pretty much headbutt and knock Galactus out for a little while. Keep in mind that during this time, Galactus was pretty much well nourished during this fight. But in the end, Galactus still was able to get up while Odin wasn't, and he proved himself to be a lot more powerful than a Skyfather. But Odin was able to do pretty good against Galactus even in this state. I also forgot to mention that when Odin was able to nullify the fire that Surtur put onto the World Tree, it has also been implied that the World Tree has been said to have been universes and have their own space-time continuums, and that there's a possible infinite number of universes within the World Tree. So, since Odin was able to nullify this feat, that's a pretty impressive feat by Odin's part. Now let's go over some of Odin's hacks and abilities. Given the nature of the Odin Force, Odin has many abilities to his display, and so much in the arsenal that he can use against offensively and defensively. To name off a few hacks, Odin is able to freeze time and teleport the entire Earth population to a different dimension and cast a spell that leaves them in a catatonic state. Odin can also create a blood legion to help him in a fight. He also has sealing, where he was able to banish an external enemy and seal him away. He can cause it to rain fire. He has incredible mind hacks to where he's able to stalemate Galactus in a mind hacks battle. Also able to mind hack and manipulate memories and remove memories from everyone on Asgard and their powers, giving them back after he wins the fight. Odin is also able to mind hack everyone in Asgard and remove their powers and their memories and gives them back after his fight against Seth. Enhanced memory that only a Dewardy can lift it. Teleportation teleports the Asgardians and Asgard back to Earth with everyone on it. Able to send people and souls to Limbo. Magic/matter manipulation to where he's able to turn a city back to normal to the original state. Now, what is Odin with prep under his belt? Odin, Zeus, and Vishnu were terrified of the Celestials, and even when they united, they had no chance against them. So Odin took some prep. Odin took all the power of the Asgardians, except for Odin, into the Destroyer armor, and with this, he was going to fight against the Celestials. Now, he did okay against them, but in the end, he did get his ass kicked. Even though he had 1,000 years of prep under his belt and the power of the Asgardians along with Thor's help, they were still unable to pretty much defeat the Celestials. Though they did okay, it really didn't matter in the end. Now, how strong is Odin? Well, going off of feat statements that were shown, it is safe to say that Odin in his prime back in the day, and like not right now because he's a jobber now, but going by feats and statements shown, it is safe to say that Odin should at least be low multiversal to multiversal plus, going off the feats he's shown during his publication. In his multiple battles against Sur that were threatening to destroy the world tree, in his battle against Seth that was affecting and destroying galaxies, all planes of existence, and tearing the very fabric of the Marvel multiverse, his battle against a well-nourished Galactus, and when he was able to nullify a fire that was going to destroy the world tree. So going off of this, Odin should at least be low multiversal in those multiversal levels, likely multiversal plus going off of these feats. But that's been the video for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, please hit like, share, and subscribe. Also comment down below. Also, go on to my Twitter, subscribe to my Twitter if you want to be updated on the next videos. And I will see you guys next time. Plus, hit that notification at the top of the video and be notified for videos when they come out. And like I said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.